va a hablar con nuestros people, chicas.
Hola, hola, hola. Súper bien.
It seems like you guys must love it because you guys have been here for like 4 days or something. You guys had your show, you played at the Neox Awards. Yeah. What have you guys been doing during those 4 days?
we did that, and then also we've been we just kind of been running around Spain. You know, we've been able to see all the different neighborhoods that are so beautiful. We watched the flamingo show. We have eaten so much. Like I go out every single night to eat the best food I've ever.
Yeah, I
just feel like I'm home.
I saw your Instagram. It's like I ate a spongy tortilla.
It was so good. I ordered another one. I saw it. I feel like when we go back to the States, I'm gonna have like withdrawals of the jamón serrano and the queso manchego. Like I don't know how I'm going to function properly without eating that in the morning.
God, that's true. The food here is good.
It's
also,
the best.
The fans here are crazy. I noticed that when you guys arrived to the airport, you had a bit of a situation. What happened in the airport?
First thing we get off the plane, there's like 200 fans waiting outside for us, and literally we got like attacked, but in the best way possible. Like honestly, it's different because it's here in Spain, so attack me anytime, you know? No, but we had 2 of our bodyguards, but we had to hire also like some from the airport. So ultimately, I think at the end of the day it was like 5, but that still wasn't enough. Yeah, they were.
Bueno, pues es que se han convertido, como veis, en un auténtico.
How have you guys dealt with that?
I mean, it's been awesome because I feel like it's almost better when you feel like it isn't 0 to 100, if that makes sense. Like we started playing in malls where there was like Walgreens or like pharmacy stores right in front, and there were like 200 people that were showing up, and we were like, oh my god, this is the best. Like this is gonna be the most that there is. Do you know what I mean? So we've really kind of worked really hard over the 3 years. So it feels like. Because we've been through a lot to get to this place, we feel like it's almost that much more special.
Speaking of groups, another group that came out of X Factor is One Direction, and on your audition, they asked you what you like to do, and as a 15 or 16-year-old girl, you said, I like to sing karaoke and watch One Direction videos.
Which I still do as an 18-year-old.
Me too. That's all right. So I imagine that you've met them, you guys have all met them. What's that like meeting another really successful group from X Factor?
It was amazing. I mean, I remember it's always like this weird thing, because I had seen them from behind my computer screen so many times, and then seeing them in person, it's just such a trippy thing. Like you never really get used to it. But it's really great when the people that you looked up to and that inspired you to audition, to pursue music, which One Direction was that for me. When you meet them and they're even nicer in person, it makes it even better when you're like, wow, these people are so talented, so amazing, and now I'm meeting them and they're so down to earth and so humble, and they genuinely, they gave us some advice. When a person is good and great, you know what I mean? It makes it that much better.
¿Qué hacen cuando nadie ve a estas girl bands a Fifth Harmony? Pues hacen esto.
It's really nice to just kind of be at home or in a hotel room and just slumber out, just be in a big t-shirt and hair in a bun, nothing else, and just kind of watch movies and relax. And I love talking, so I also like to talk to, I like to talk a lot to my friends and family too.
What do you guys do before your shows? How do you guys prepare for your shows?
We pray.
You pray?
Yeah. But I feel like I'm my worst critic too much of the time, and so sometimes I feel like, and a lesson that I've learned this year, which I think it made a strong enough impact on me that hopefully, I'll never forget the lesson for the rest of my life, but it was kind of like, I feel like it's the most important to be kind to yourself during your hardest moments, and what I used to do a lot was I would just kind of beat myself up when I wasn't strong. I would be kind of like, well, why are you still hurt about this thing that happened? Or why are you so afraid of doing this? Why are you doing this wrong? Why did you do that wrong? And it was just kind of like, it got to the point where, I always say that it's really important to be a good person, but I think in order to be a good person, you have to start with being good to yourself.
The first answer that comes into your head. Okay, you guys ready?
Sure.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet. Salty.
Gold or silver?
Silver. Gold.
Back row or back row? Front row or backstage?
Front row. Backstage.
Spanish or American boys?
Spanish boys, 130,000%.
Really?
Like I said, I'm single.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Oh, and that's hard. I think I have to say Backstreet.
That's, all right. You can say that if you want to. Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears?
Christina.
Of course. I mean, you gotta go to either or.
My queen, Britney. My first
Yes.
CD.
Yes, me too.
So,
Me too.
Christina.
Christina.
Christina
Look at you.
Christina Wood.
I don't like picking because I'm always
right?
afraid that I'm gonna like hurt their feelings.
Me too.
That's good. That's great because the last either or question is Justin Bieber or One Direction.
Aw.
But you know it's One Direction.
I know it's. Oh, I do know that.
It's
You're
One
right.
Direction on the
I did
go,
that.
but at the
I think
same
it's
time,
One Bieber.
they're both super talented. I was like, I like that.
Anyway, so either or.
Yeah, we love them both.
A lot of opinion.